What is up, you guys? This is Mini Superheroes Today.
And we're back with another installment of Marvel Talk here on my channel. Now, I want to give a shout out to Beepin' Goat 22 over on TikTok for this unbelievable theory regarding the MCU. And of course, since you're already here on the video, that theory is Tony Stark still alive? And you might hear this and say, oh my gosh, stop beating a dead horse, Tony's not alive, but this theory actually has some crazy credence to it. So let's start unpacking it, right? So 2014 Thanos is who we're mostly with in Endgame, right? He's the one that hops over to the main timeline and faces off the Avengers at the very end. So Thanos is who we're dealing with, and when Tony Stark snaps, that's the Thanos that goes away, because we already killed the Thanos from the main MCU timeline. So 2014 Thanos is erased from existence. And with that, we have to remember that if Thanos is gone, then there's a 2014 universe out there where this Thanos came from, that the events of Infinity War and Endgame never happened. Now, we can unpack that a little further, but just stick with me for right now, okay? So we've got two timelines. One timeline is the main MCU we followed, and the other timeline is the one that is skewed forever because Thanos has been removed from it. Now, I've seen some counterpoints to this talking about how the Ancient One said timelines split and it causes, new timelines and things like that. But Hulk counterpointed that by saying if the stones are put back at the exact moment they were taken, then nothing about that timeline changes and there's no flux. But that entirely changes when you think about removing human beings, living people, and I guess in Thanos' case is aliens, from existence, right? So in this parallel universe from 2014 onward, Thanos does not exist. But we also have to remember that Thanos brought Gamora and Nebula with him, so there's a 2014 where Thanos, Gamora, and Nebula do not exist in a parallel timeline. So in that timeline, if Nebula and Gamora don't exist, that means the Guardians of the Galaxy actually never form up and meet, because Gamora never meets Peter Quill when he takes the Power Stone to Xandar to sell, so she doesn't foil his plan, and the entire events of Guardians of the Galaxy don't pan out. Now, if that happens, there stands to be a chance that Ronan is able to wipe out Xandar without Thanos at all. Now, I've seen some people mention and say, oh, well, Ronan only attacked Xandar because Thanos was on command, or Thanos was the one that pointed out the Power Stone, which is what ultimately let Ronan be able to do it in the first place. But I don't know about that. Ronan was really bloodthirsty to get his vengeance, and even if things didn't play out the way they did in Guardians of the Galaxy like we saw it, I still think he would have wiped out Xandar on his own, with or without Thanos. Drop a comment. I'm curious what you guys think about that. But moving on, it takes us one step further, because we know that Ego only finds Peter Quill, his son, because he says he heard tales of a man that held an Infinity Stone. Well, if the events of Guardians of that Galaxy don't pan out, then Peter Quill never holds the Power Stone, meaning Ego never finds him. So what does that mean for Ego? I mean, this could go a million ways too. So, to round all of this out, there's a parallel 2014 timeline where so many things panned out differently. This means Tony Stark is still alive because he never got snapped out of existence by Thanos, because Thanos from 2014 onward doesn't exist. The Guardians of the Galaxy never form in this alternate timeline. Ronan could very well have destroyed Xandar, and Ego never finds his son Peter Quill. This just blows my mind how this entirely changes, and we've got Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness coming up. Who knows how this is going to play in, or if it'll even play in at all. But drop a comment below, let me know what you think. Needless to say, this is absolutely crazy, and because of the MCU's kind of wonky timeline explanation of how time travel works, I'm sure that you guys can point out some great points on why this may or may not have any credence, but to me, I just can't stop thinking about it. It's really crazy, and hey, if they wanted to bring Robert Downey Jr. back 6 or 7 years from now, this totally opens the door for how they could explain it. So drop a comment, let me know what you think of this crazy theory, and if you have an even crazier theory, you should let me know, and I'd be happy to explore it and maybe make another video just like this. So, once again, let me know what you think, be sure to hit like and subscribe, and thanks so much for checking out today's video.
If you liked what you saw and you liked what you heard, feel free to click that subscribe button for more LEGO content coming in the near future. So, thanks for tuning in to today's video, and until next time, build on.